Oh, I always forget to take it off. Welcome
I got you.
to PlayStation Plus podcast episode 23. We got Saggy Melons. We got Brian, master of none, but I think he's a master of madness and streams and PlayStation podcasts.
It's a jack of all trades situation.
Yeah, we have a special guest, Cyrus Martin, but no Retro Bro. So Retro Bro's like, yeah, I'll be there, bro. And Cyrus popped in. Hey, Retro Bro, where are you, man? We need the other part. Well, we need actually two other people for the Miko Bro podcast. What's it called? Is that the Miko Brothers podcast?
Yeah, Miko Bros.
Miko Bros podcast. They just started trying to be on Wednesdays, I think, for now. We got Nick from Nick and Lex.
How's it going,
and
guys?
Resident Justice.
Hello, everyone.
Well, I saw your channels up, so you could start pimping your channel as well.
Yes,
you're welcome anytime when you want to talk about gaming. I think you covered this on the the Amico Brothers podcast. Is this TMNT? Did you see this, Nick?
Oh my god, I love the Turtles. I didn't. No, I had no idea.
You didn't see it at all, so we might have to watch it again. It's everything you want. It's finally a reimagining of the classic arcade TMNT games with additional animation. Like, look at that running of the Turtles. They all have a different running style. I don't know if you got that back in the day.
That. No, it was very simple. Just like
they were all like the same.
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo, I remember.
Aladdin.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I brought a Terminator mask for Saggy and Retro Bro because he's like, oh, I really like your other mask. Because I wasn't sure if you were coming to this one, Cyrus. I just I sent it to both of you. All right, but Retro Bro's a family guy. He's a busy guy too, so I'll give him a break on this time.
Yeah, it's funny. Like he was immediately like, "Oh, I'll be there," and I didn't even say anything, and then I showed up, and he didn't. So,
okay.
Yeah.
He's fired. We're cancel Retro Bro.
Oh,
no, I don't.
Kind of hard.
Cancel. He's making promises. Ryaki 83. It's nice to see you. I'm so happy.
Hey,
so Ryaki is yes. Ryaki is a good friend. He is very good at fighting games. Like very disgustingly good.
Ooh.
So one of these days we'll have to have him on as a guest. But he's doing really well over on Twitch. We got to get him a little boost with YouTube because he does post there, but he's really, really. When you guys want to talk about fighting games, he's the guy to go to.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have him on sometime.
Yes, he's awesome.
Nick, you have a few fighting games. I saw you posted one. You're in the fighting games as well,
right? Yeah, I'm a huge. I mean, of course, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and I guess that's where it stopped. Like, I'm not too good at like King of Fighters because that's very popular. But yeah, I'm more like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Those are my main fighting games.
King of Fighters is the latest entry in the new Samurai Showdown.
Oh yeah.
Or a little bit more accessible, whereas the older school King of Fighters, the moves were more precision. I found because I like the whole series. But it's even more so now. Like the last, all right. Let me see here. Yeah.
What about like the Soul Calibur games?
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say
I like those
Calibur games.
Yeah, they're
Those
beautiful.
are some of my favorites.
all right. So
Teriyaki Cervantes.
I'm just not that good at them, like Tekken, because it's so much moves that you have to master, to be really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to do
Good
those.
point.
oh, I love them. I didn't say I was good.
Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur were the only fighting games I actually was good at. Like, I tried to play Tekken. Like I said, with Ryaki, if we could get Ryaki on, he'll tell you. I try to play him in Tekken, and it's just so complicated for me for some reason that he smoked me. There was like no mercy, and then he teased me. He was like, "I'm gonna let her get a few hits in," and then as soon as he got a little bit like halfway down, he's like, "All right, enough of this," and just destroyed me. And I was like, "All right, I don't like this game anymore. I don't want to play it anymore."
I'm like that with Killer Instinct. Like I can't do crap in that game. Like
Me neither.
One of my best friends. That's like one of his favorite games of all time. And when we first met, we were in college, and he had an N64. He had Killer Instinct Gold. He invited me to come over, and he's like, "Hey, you want to play a game?" I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, oh, "Okay, I got this Killer Instinct Gold." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah." And he just decimated me for like 2 hours straight. And like when he got done completely beating my ass, he actually took his finger and put it in my eye. He goes, "You liked it?" I was like, "Thanks, dude." But then I brought over my Saturn, and we played Virtua Fighter, and that was a little different story.
There you go.
So
There you go.
It's also a great game, Virtua Fighter. I love it.
Virtua Fighter
yeah.
was fun.
Well, we get Nix's fresh reaction on this. If you haven't, this is a great announcement. I'm not playing the music just in case, but it's legit.
Oh my god, yes.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Brian and Sag, you haven't seen this either?
No,
I
I have
haven't.
not.
This is so good.
I love the Ninja Turtles game. Like the first
love
arcade
them.
game was my jam.
Yeah.
yeah, y'all haven't seen this yet.
No.
No.
There's a
no.
little bit of a little too much nudity. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they need to put this. Turtles need to put something on.
Wait, why is April? When did April
Well,
O'Neil get
April
all
is
ninja?
good.
Like what?
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Maybe April be a character. That'd be awesome.
That would be yes. Thanks, Resident
Mhm.
Justice. You're right on my wavelength there. I would like to see April and Splinter and Casey Jones added
Oh,
too.
they're bringing like all the old school characters in this, huh?
Yeah.
I should make a separate video on that. Isn't it time we get the rest and the Turtles beat them up? Besides just the Turtles.
What was that? The Death Star? Jeez.
No, they call it, isn't it?
Oh, look at it. It looks actually really wow. Look, it looks
Wow.
amazing.
Everyone gets their own running style.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow. That looks fun. I would love to play it because I love the old school games. So this
Yeah.
is like nostalgia.
It looks
number
amazing.
2 wasn't that good, but the first one was awesome.
Right.
And it's made by the guys, I shouldn't say just guys, the development, that's my fault. The development team behind Scott Pilgrim beat him up.
Oh,
from what
okay,
I've
cool.
heard.
Oh,
Nice.
that's gonna be good then because the
Mhm.
Scott Pilgrim game was actually really good.
Yeah.
I think
That is
yeah,
so
that
cool that they're bringing back games like Streets of Rage, Turtles, you know.
I don't know. The combination of Mortal Kombat were good, but guess what? Speaking of Mladen, Mladen did send me some good news here.
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden Master Collection performance specs revealed.
Ooh, okay.
Hold on, let me get this up. Yes.
Is that the newer Ninja Gaidens?
It's you mean besides the NES?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ones that were on Xbox, PlayStation.
I say newer. You're right.
Yeah.
That dated myself just a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so
Those are hard. These games.
yeah, this is a Master Collection.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be for the Switch. They're doing for the PC and next gen. Well, I already can play it on
Yeah,
my
right here.
Series X, but okay.
Yeah, PC, Xbox Series X through backwards compatibility. So basically, the specs have been done because it's a remaster, I think, collection. So I think they just are releasing the games and making them better. So that's kind of cool if you like Ninja Gaiden, and I like Ninja Gaiden. So I'm excited for that. I didn't even know that was a thing. So
Yeah,
shout out to
I don't know how
Mladen.
I don't know how the Switch performance is going to be.
Yeah.
But it might if there is any truth to the Switch Pro, though, we still don't know.
Mhm.
Hirovi says, too bad Sigma 2 is censored. And then Mr. Yanfui, is there any fighting game compatibility between PlayStation and Windows PC? I'm not sure about that cross-platform stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know because I know Nintendo's are really sticklers when it comes to crossplay. they're they have to have certain games that they will do crossplay with. Like I was surprised that Apex Legends got them to do the crossplay with Switch. I was actually surprised when I heard the announcement they were bringing it to Switch. I was like, really? Nintendo's really hard to get some crossplay compatibility because they like to focus on like their games on their console. So the thought of crossplay, unless it's something that's gonna really be profitable, I was shocked that Apex actually made that list because Apex is still a rising battle royale game. So I was like, really? So that actually gave me promise for my favorite game right now, which is Apex Legends. Because if Nintendo was like, yeah, we'll do crossplay with your game, then Nintendo saw some promise there.
Rocky 83 Street Fighter 5 is crossplay between PlayStation and PC.
Yep. Yep.
Street Fighter 5 is legit. I think that's a great game. I know it got a lot of flack at the beginning, but I love that game. People have been having probably too much fun on the PC with mods. I've seen some videos on YouTube, but you can do lots of mods on that game. I've never.
Yeah.
I have another some news again. This is all from Aladdin. So shout out to Aladdin for bringing us some stories. But Techland denies that Dying Light 2 has been stuck in development hell. So I don't know if you guys were into Dying Light, the first one. I actually love Dying Light. So everyone was expecting a Dying Light 2. So it's been a while, and there were talks of Dying Light 2, but this is actually pretty interesting that they're kind of denying that they're having issues with Dying Light because with, I guess, hold on. Fights over creative control and sexual assault allegations. Damn.
Okay. So they got some drama a little bit there too.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know about that, but yeah, that would definitely.
We're not in development hell. We just having problems with sexual harassment and like. Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, you want to make it a false accusation.
I think everyone should admit that they're in development hell right now with the pandemic. Like, really, if they're not really admitting it, there's a sub for everyone.
Right, but I mean, yeah, I liked the first game. It was fun. It was a different take on a zombie apocalyptic world, and the mechanics were pretty good. And I think if I recall, at the end there was like a little cliffhanger that kind of set up for a possibility for a second game. So I would hope that they get whatever crap is going on squash, because I would really love to play Dying Light 2, and I hope they actually add more to it. But dang, look at this article. Hold on, listen. Let me just read this paragraph right here.
Oh, now you're intrigued.
Yeah, because I'm reading some stuff like Techland has also had internal turmoil during its development of Dying Light 2, includes fights over creative control and sexual assault allegations, which led to the narrative director of gaming being ousted from the company and the game being delayed indefinitely. More recently, several anonymous employees accused CEO Powell of fostering a hostile work environment, homophobic slurs to refer to employees' work. What?
Wow.
Damn.
As one does. One does.
Jesus.
Well, this is a thing now. Sometimes in the workplace, they've been letting bad things go, and I mean, people want a safe environment to work, and also one that fosters creativity. Hey, they should be held accountable if they're making.
I'm just like, who? What is this guy thinking? Like, these guys aren't working hard enough. We're not making our quota here. I'm gonna go out and start. I'm gonna call these people what I really think. You know,
I mean,
yeah, right.
Like, what was gonna happen there? Like, what was your goal? Like,
that's disappointing. He's probably a very creative person too. You can't behave though, and that's upsetting.
That's like, what is this, Warner DC, you know?
Yeah,
it's like double upset. It's double upsetting for fans who want to see like these games, and then something still is like, dude, you had a really good game there. Why would you risk that for being stupid? Like, I was excited until I read that for other part. I was like, oh, this looks like a good story. I'm excited for Dying Light 2. Oh wait, sexual assault allegations? Yeah. Oh crap.
Yeah, we didn't realize Dying Light was actually a description of the chances of this game ever coming out.
Dying Light, indeed.
I mean, that's a good part to say. If you haven't subscribed to Cyrus, go sub to his channel. He's a great guy. Lots of good content. And while Nick's here, I do want to talk about retro versus next gen and what's really getting traction right now, because we know no one can get the consoles, but is there really, even Cyrus, I think you have a PlayStation 5?
I do, yeah.
And how much do you play that versus retro?
I turned it on today.
I looked at the menu.
See, I mean, so
that was a good start.
Well, we're gonna keep that for the next topic, but because I'm not sure how long Nick could be here. He has been telling me about this game. I remember seeing it a while back, years ago, and I found a good video to watch about Biomutant. Now, this is next gen, and this is one he says, yeah, this is legit. So let's watch this video from Gaming Bolt. See if the volume's up. Well, I don't want to have it all the way up because. All right.
Yeah, we don't need the volume really.
Oh no! Rocket music. Gaming Bolt. Okay. All right. We'll see what happens.
You can just turn the volume off. We don't need it.
Well, I want to hear the guy. I want to hear his description.
For forgetting that Biomutant exists. Well, it doesn't quite exist yet. It's still in development, but that's my point. Biomutant was first announced in 2017, yet we've only gotten small drips of information about the post-apocalyptic Kung Fu Fable RPG.
I like the Kung Fu part.
Before a quick request.
I love that he's a
new
raccoon.
videos every single day, and your subscription matters a lot. So please consider subscribing. And
he does look a lot like Rocket Raccoon.
By clicking the bell icon.
Yeah.
With that out of the way, let's begin. Those who might have forgotten about it could.
I don't know if we'll watch
easily
the whole
be
video.
reminded
We're just
by
gonna get
very
a
quick description.
Right, just a little peek.
About a bunch of bizarre monster animals trying to save the world.
What kind of game is
That
this?
type of description
Like-
will find its
Like
way.
open
It's
world.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket's origin story.
That would be awesome.
You know what I don't like about trailers like this though? It's like you can't tell what the game is. Like you see all the
Right.
footage and you're
That's
like,
Well,
what do I do? Like what,
look at that big monster there. Oh, here's
It looks.
some.
I think it's like a Monster Hunter type game. At least that's what it looks like.
yeah.
The other half have more
Well,
self-serving agendas.
I feel
Our
like it's like
character's job will be
Pokemon,
to
but
deal
you're
with these
you're
various
playing the
differences
Pokemon
between the
instead of
tribes as you strive
know.
for the greater goals, whether that be through mending the bridges between
your dogs are
them
going
all,
wild right now.
aligning
I'm gonna
yourself
say,
with
Callie
one tribe,
must not like
and
this
seeking
game at all.
dominance over the others. It seems to be
It's my
largely up
neighbors.
to you.
Oh.
Dealing with them one way or another is going to be a huge part of your story.
Oh,
As you set out on
wow.
your journey in this
Wow,
open
that's
world.
cool, actually.
This type of dynamic story opens up a lot of
Dogs!
narrative doors.
Biomutant,
for
stop
obvious
it.
reasons, but it also opens up a lot of gameplay doors. Certain missions may or may not.
Love how
be
they actually got
impacted
quiet
by
though.
how you've interacted with certain tribes.
All right.
This is all impacted
I think we
greatly
get-
by the layers added
okay,
from the
yeah.
karma system.
So it is like a third
Lovers have
person.
confirmed exists,
Like
as well
open
as the
world.
branching story paths that your decisions will lead you
Wow. Okay, that looks really cool. I'm
It
interested. In
reminds
that.
me a bit of
Yeah.
Zelda, you know, Zelda.
Yeah, I was thinking like Breath of the Monster Hunter. You know,
Mhm. Yep,
yeah.
exactly.
Interesting.
Hey, I'm trying to be on a podcast here.
They want to be part of it.
I'm gonna terminate you. I don't do good impressions though. I wear the mask, but I'm not good at impressions. That would have to be Enosh. Enosh is good at the impressions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he released a legit video today. Oh, listen, Cyrus, you brought him on. He was in hiding. Zod Rider's here.
Oh,
Hey, gentlemen.
Hey,
What's up,
I
gentlemen?
didn't know if we were gonna find you today, Zod Rider, because the Snyder Cut stuff. I understand. I can't even go on Twitter right now. I'm like, stop talking about it, please, until everyone can see it. I'm just like, stop talking about it. But I'm excited for that. But I knew Cyrus Martin might get you here.
Well, what it was I've been really busy and I've been trying to stay off social media to avoid potential spoilers for the movie coming out next week. So I
Everyone dies. Everyone dies.
So I didn't want to. But I'm like, oh my god! I want to jump on. I don't want to miss PlayStation Plus. So
It doesn't help that they dropped a new trailer today too.
Well, here's the thing. I have so many people that follow me because of Max stream, Enosh's stream, and they all are like big DC fans and big into the Snyder Cut. And I can honestly tell you, I can tell my news feed is full of Snyder Cut stuff, but as soon as I see it, I just keep scrolling. So it's like it's easy for me to not get spoiled because there's so many people talking about it. I'm just like I see Snyder Cut hashtag. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
Yeah, I'm avoiding it too, dude. I get you.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Because people I love are talking about it. I'm like, stop.
And I know that there's plenty of people that we know who have seen the movie already, and so I'm gonna just so that's why I'm like, no, Twitter is not the place to be right now.
All right, spoiler guys. Superman dies again, and then they bring him back again, and then he dies immediately after they bring him back, but then they bring him back again, and then they save the day, and then Batman makes out with Wonder Woman, and she's like, bro, I gotta friend zone you because I gotta resurrect my dead ex-boyfriend who's actually somebody else. And then Thanos comes out of nowhere, and he's like, crossover, bitches. And then
Batmite shows up. Batmite is the true villain.
Yeah, Thanos comes up, snaps his fingers, and then all of a sudden we got a Marvel DC crossover. So there you go, spoiler.
I would believe this, but this is Snyder's original vision. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Yes. He envisioned a Marvel DC crossover, and it's going. One day it's going to happen. I'm surprised it's never happened.
The saggy cut. That's funny.
The saggy cut. I like it. That's the saggy cut version, guys.
Well, I think since Zod came in too. I invited Retro Advisory Board. Okay, that's why I don't talk Snyder Cut. I don't want to spoil anything from Max. I also know just about nothing Snyder Cut. It all works. Okay. Well, if you want to come on, Retro, we'd love to have you on the show too if you're available. But with the next topic that Cyrus was starting to talk about was Retro versus Next Gen. Like I still want it, but what's really going to satisfy you? Because the retro community, indie games is booming. We got the Amico coming out, Tommy Tallarico. There's going to be a lot of games there, even if you don't like all of them. There's a lot to choose from. Whereas next gen, it's like the big games, and that's it. But if you don't consider the indie stuff, if you're just thinking about the big pub, the AAA, the games that take forever to come out, that are patched when they do come out. And I also, should you even buy AAA games with Game Pass and now Bethesda? I turned on my Series X, and I don't know if you check this out, Brian, because you have an Xbox too. If you have Game Pass, now you get every Bethesda game in Game Pass.
Yeah, I saw that. All the Fallouts, everything, man. It's pretty cool. Even the crossplay on the PC is fun. I like doing that with the Game Pass as well. That's how I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, actually, because it's on the Game Pass.
Wow. Aladdin's getting a little dirty there. I don't know about that, Aladdin. Okay. I guess that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Is that what would make the cut for you?
Deep fakes, baby. Deep fakes.
Oh no, not deep.
all right. Back to video games, guys. No more Snyder talk.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks, Brian.
Going into this generation is totally different than anything we've ever experienced. With all these games, with the delays that have happened, with the coronavirus situation. There's just been a lot of it's a strange time for gaming, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like they're trying to get games out, but they haven't even been able to get people in the same building to work together, So it's just a crazy time. And they launched these consoles. They probably should have delayed them, but they launched them when they did, and they really didn't have, the games to support them, And it's really. And because people have been stuck at home more and had more time to play games, it's even that much more amplified, the effect of that. So it's there's a lot of like buyer's remorse right now from people that have bought next gen systems because they're feeling like, hey, I could have waited. What the hell, you know? But then the people that don't have them feel like desperate to get them because you can't get them. It's a very strange dynamic, you know.
Yeah.
I love that I have absolutely no interest in the PlayStation 5. I love being a retro guy because I'm sitting here enjoying all the games I love playing, and it has no impact on me whatsoever in regards to all these people struggling to get the PS5. I'm like, my PS4 has been sitting there collecting dust for many months.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I touched it, and I feel like it with PlayStation 5 it'd be even worse because you buy it, and unless you're really really super hyped for some of the newer stuff that they got,
Cyrus has it.
I do have it. I do,
Yeah.
but I don't play it because I was just saying, like, what happens with the PS5? This is what happens. So you buy it and you buy like 3 or 4 games, right? And you play those a little bit and you go, okay, what else is there? And you go, oh, my old games have now been enhanced. Oh, that's cool. Let me check that out. You check that out, and then you go, well, I guess I'll go play my NES or
Right.
I guess
Yeah.
it's a generational difference. though, 'cause I have a PS5 and I play it every day.
you play it
Well,
every day? What do you play
Pretty
every day?
Well, for the most part, I will say I am mostly playing my older games. That is the one problem. Like I've been playing some of the launch games. Like I played Sackboy. I played, I platinum Spider-Man Miles Morales and all that.
All right.
And until the Avengers update comes out on the 18th, like that's pretty much it. Like there's no big PS5 game coming out till like Returnal and Ratchet and Clank come out. So
Yeah.
Right.
I wanna see
other than
how
that,
much
it's mostly just been
those-
Fortnite. Pretty much just Fortnite stuff every day for the most
Oh,
part.
okay. Well, I mean, if there's something on it you're enjoying, like a Fortnite or a Call of Duty or whatever, yeah, that's that's depending on what people's tastes are. I wasn't trying to say there's no reason to play a PS5, but
Well,
for a lot of us, we feel
I
like,
was.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing is that PlayStation and Xbox tried to recreate what they did with the launch of Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which is they were coming out with games that were like the big hype. Like, for example, Cyberpunk was like the biggest game everyone was looking forward to. And then when they announced the delay and they're like, okay, we're going to put it on PS5. But the thing is, like, Xbox and PlayStation did the same thing that they did with the last launch is they come out with a new console, they come up with a new game that you can get on both the new gen and the previous gen, so that, you know what I mean, just to kind of get people like, okay, you can buy it, you can have it for both. But I think where they failed is they should have kept some of those games at the time more exclusive to the PS5 to give people more initiative to get the PS5.
Yeah, it's like
because
the GTA 5 kind of, where it's like
right, so
you could have had it
right,
on
because
PS3, but the
Right.
full version was
Oh,
just
the
like
Last of
better.
Us, yeah.
right, so it was like they kind of hit that mark where they were going to do it the same way they did last time, but they should have thought about it because of the pandemic. Because if they wanted to really market this PS5, they should have been like, you can only get certain games that you can only play on PS5, and that would give more people initiative to get just the PS5. But I
Oh,
understand.
he's pimping
where-
your Discord. I don't even know if Cyrus wanted the Discord page. He
That's
finds
fine,
everything.
that's
He
fine.
finds everything.
Listen,
Cyrus's
he-
mother's website.
Right.
What?
I don't know. He is good at promoting, but sometimes I look at him when he finds random stuff, and I'm just like, where are you finding this public
don't-
information on?
You're my friend.
Cyrus's favorite flavor of ice cream. Like what?
What is
I will say,
I doesn't know that.
Cyrus's social security number.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa. That's immediately where you go, Saggy? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Watch out for Saggy.
I gotta agree
Oh,
with Saggy.
God,
That, like, I don't know why they made Miles Morales and Sackboy also on PS4. Like, I get why, kind of, because they wanted to recuperate sales, I guess, because they figured there's going to be stock shortages for the PS5. But if those games are exclusive, like even the new Horizon game, they've already said is going to be on PS4 as well, and I have no clue why they're doing that. Because, like,
Well,
to me, a
money.
Horizon sequel will be a big seller for PS5. You don't have to make it on
Well,
both.
I'll tell you this though, one of the reasons they probably did that was there's not enough PS5s, right? And
Yeah,
Exactly.
and a lot of them aren't even being sold to like people. They're these
The bots.
right. So that's a huge problem right now. Like Sony and Microsoft are not making the software sales. Well, Microsoft's got their thing going on with the Game Pass, but Sony's definitely hurting on software sales because a lot of their stock for next gen is not being used to buy next gen games. So if they didn't put some of these games on previous gen also, yeah. So this is what I was thinking about with the supposedly new Switch that they're talking about. If they were saying there was going to be exclusive titles for that, well, good luck with that.
Well,
because
Nintendo gets away with it somehow. Like they've done that with the previous handhelds. Like this one only works on the newer one.
Well, but this go around, you know what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to get one because they're all going to get bought up by the bots, and then no one's going to be able to buy the exclusive game that's only supported by the new system.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little different now. Things are weird right now.
Well, yeah, basically, like to answer that question in a nutshell, is the reason why they do it that way is because, like Cyrus said, when these new consoles come out, they're about about $600, $800, depending on the gigabytes or whatever. But they're expensive consoles, so they don't expect every PlayStation owner to move over and just drop that money on the next gen console, especially if their current console is still working. Now, that would hurt their sales if they made all the games exclusively to that, because not everyone's going to do it. So they offer it for both, so they can still at least make a profit off of the games. But I would say certain games, like, first of all, Cyberpunk should have never been released for PS4. The issues that PS4 had with that game, they clearly made that game mostly to work on PlayStation 5 and Xbox One. So, or Xbox Series, the new Xbox Series X. So when they released it for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, there were a lot of problems because, again, that game should have been exclusive to the next gen console. That would have been the big thing for everyone to go out and get the PS5 if they really wanted to. That's where I was like, their marketing, everything they did, especially during the pandemic, they missed the mark.
They're too far in on the game, and then no one would be able to get it.
The biggest problem for me with the PlayStation 5 overall is that the PlayStation 4, in my opinion, hasn't really still been used to its full potential. There's a lot you can still do with the PlayStation 4. I feel like the PlayStation 5 is about 2 or 3 years too early.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Who all here has a PS5?
Nobody, just you. Oh, and you. Okay.
Resident Justice.
Okay.
We can't find them.
Let me ask you a question. Anybody in the chat that has one too, if you have a PS5, do you at all regret buying it now? Like instead of waiting?
No, not really. I mean, that decision might be more influenced by the fact about how hard it is to get right now, but I am glad I got one. Like, I'm not regretting my purchase at all. Like I said, I do use it every day, not just like for gaming, but also as an entertainment device, just like the PS4. And there's like, now that I have a PS5, I cannot go back to the PS4 strictly because of the load times.
Yeah,
the load times are just so much better.
The thing is, though, you can still do all that on your PS4, though.
True, but it's not as fast.
But he does bring up a good point. Once you've had a taste of something better, it is really hard to back up.
Yeah, but think about all of us. None of us have had a taste of anything better because we still have our PS4, and most people can't get a PS5. So.
Well, my thing is being I only have the PS4. I actively play on PS4. I used to have an Xbox One, but I switched to PS4. And I can honestly say, because everyone asked me, they're like, so we know you're a PlayStation gamer. Are you going to get the 5? My short answer is not right now. My PS4 still works. I'm still happy with it. I still can. I don't even know. I don't even think right now if my PSVR can even set up on that. Maybe it can. But right now, I'm happy with what I have because it still works. It still does what I need it to do. I'm not too bent out of shape about the graphics. The graphics are still fine. And I think there are a lot more games I can just play on my PS4 than the PS5. Like it all comes down to, why am I going to get a PS4? My PS5, there's no games that I'm excited for to play only on the PS5. Yeah. So there's no reason for me to rush. And on top of that, anytime a new console is launched, remember how Xbox One looked before, like when it first released, and then they came out with updates to make it look different and stuff. I want to wait till they have the system to where they want it, So that way when I get it, I don't have to get used to changing anything that they're going to change down the line, like how the layout looks, how you access certain elements of the game, like your friends list, your messages. I'm just going to wait till it's completely all out of beta mode, because even when a new console comes out, I still consider it in beta, because now that it's out on the market, now they're looking for consumer feedback so that they 100% know what they need to fix. So I'm just gonna wait, because there's no rush for me. There's no games out is like,
even now more so than in the past. Console launches are not really launches; they're just like
beta.
Yeah,
it's a beta test, because like I said, they go through this process. They have.
But I would buy one if I could buy it in my card, or if Cyrus is regretting it so much he wants to sell it to me at
I've thought about
retail price. Retail price.
Oh no, that's not happening. No, that's not happening.
Well,
I thought we were bros. I thought we were bros.
I was born at night, but not last night.
Oh,
the GameStop I used to work.
I put Cyrus next to Zod.
So the GameStop that I used to work at, they just got their first PlayStation 5 return. And do you know why somebody returned the PlayStation 5? It wasn't because they didn't like the system. It was because he couldn't resell it. He bought an extra one that he couldn't resell, so he sent it back to GameStop.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so I thought that was. Yeah, I thought that was kind of shitty.
That's good news.
Yeah,
that's good news.
That's very good news. Yeah,
because they don't want to come down on the price. And you know how many there are on eBay right now? I mean, there's not scarce. No, I mean, but not the price, but how many listings there are. There's like so many listings for PS5s. So that's a good indicator. I want more to do. Hey, Retro Bro, are you in the shower again? You were in the shower last night. He was.
Wait, was he live streaming in the shower?
No. He was watching. He was listening to MME in the shower. I was like, "Come on the show." He's like, "I'm in the shower."
Well, for me during the pandemic, it's been about like nostalgia for me, like, and that's where I think the retro games come into. I've been watching tons of videos, like, and getting the feels, because it was like, does anybody remember the Virtual Boy?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I had a Virtual Boy.
I remember going.
You
to
had
Sears.
A Virtual Boy?
Oh, what, dude? I remember going to Sears and like playing it on the counter, because that was like the only experience I'd have on it. But I was such a Super Nintendo fan that when they came out with that, but I can only imagine like actually having one and like getting the headaches and stuff.
I played I played it at Sears, like when they had it on display, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that was enough for me. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I had a Virtual Boy.
This is how I know. This is how I know I'm the youngest person here, because like I don't even remember going to a Sears, ever seeing a Virtual Boy. My first console was the original Xbox.
Okay.
We gotta introduce you to Power Glove, baby.
I watched a video about that. I was like, yes, the Power Glove.
The Power
Glove is it hardly ever worked.
Most of my knowledge of the retro stuff comes from Angry Video Game Nerd, because I used to watch him.
No.
You know what's funny? It's funny you brought that up, because my YouTube account is 13 years old, and I remember following the Angry Video Game Nerd before he really blew up the way he did. And I went back the other night, actually, because I saw his thing pop up in my feed, and I was like, holy crap, I wonder how he's been doing. Like, he must be doing amazing. So I went back to watch some of his old stuff, and I'm just like, I just remember how amazing it was watching him play all these old games, and the really bad ones, and just it was just nostalgia for me just to watch. I'm sorry, Silas, I love him. I think he's hilarious. But
no, that's the great thing about him. Like, for me, he was the one who got me interested in a lot of those retro games. Like, that's what.
Right. Well, that's another reason why I loved him. Because
Cyrus.
Huh?
Well,
I didn't say anything.
You angry about the Angry Video Game?
Well, here's the thing.
I don't particularly like what he does, but that's
okay.
That's me. But I understand what you guys are saying. Somebody that does what he does can bring a lot of people into the tent, and that's cool. I'm not crapping on the dude. Everybody has their preferences, you know.
Yeah. I get that.
I just like that he introduces a younger audience to these retro games, because even though it's like comedy for him, and some of the games, I will admit, I remember playing them myself and be like, holy crap, I remember how shitty this game was, because the controls were just awful. And I remember, and it's like he reminded me that was me trying to play these games when they were new. Okay.
Well, his angle is more comedic in not really celebrating the retro, though. It's kind of like,
I mean, it's
I
true,
mean,
but
it is celebrating it in a way, but still, the most views comes from when he's really trashing a game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
right.
like a fine line between like feeling nostalgic about something and then just crapping on it for.
But he wasn't wrong
sake
with
of
some of the
entertainment.
games. But
No, he
wrong.
wasn't. He wasn't. No,
Some of those games when you like, I played.
Listen. He's what you don't understand about the angry video game nerd. Y'all are taking him too seriously. He's a gimmick. He doesn't even really believe all that stuff about the games. It's just for show. Like I'm gonna be honest, because I've been friends with him on Facebook for years. He's a cool dude. He's just a gimmick. He's just a gimmick. That's all he is. Like he doesn't mean all that stuff.
Listen,
this is a debate. I should have another video on this.
No, here's the thing. I understand it's a character.
No, I'm with Cyrus on this. The guy is a total character. That's all he is.
Here's the thing. I understand he's a character, but at the same time, some of those clips, he's not wrong. Because I had a Nintendo Classic, right? And I'm playing Super Mario Brothers 3. And I'm sitting here like, damn, I don't remember this game being this freaking hard. And mind you, I played shooting games and crap like that with flawless controls. I'm playing a Mario game and I'm getting my ass handed to me by some Goombas. Yeah,
it's tough.
Right. So when I see his videos, I'm like, this
is because you're conditioned. It's because times have changed. Times have changed you.
No, I'm so used to playing.
You're not used to You're not used to it anymore.
Oh, Angry Nintendo Nerd. I thought those. Oh, I didn't know there was one of those.
Well, that's what he is. He's
that
the
Pat,
Angry Nintendo Nerd now.
Isn't that Pat?
Oh wow!
We don't need to chase that clout. Come on.
Listen. I
still want to talk to him.
Mario Brothers 3 was my favorite, but I forgot how hard it was.
It is a hard game. It is a hard game.
When you get really into it, it gets a lot harder. And I actually, I played it with somebody else, and we got to the final boss, and we still haven't beaten it. I'm sitting here like, holy crap, we can't beat this mode. Like, what the heck? But yeah, it's.
You ever know somebody that's like exceptionally, like bizarrely good at a game, and you're like watching them and you're like, how are you this good at this? Like, watch Retro Bro play Super Mario Brothers 3. That's his game. Like he can literally just play it, not even paying attention to what's happening, and just like blow through it like it's nothing. Like I know how.
I watched him play a fighting game, and he got his ass handed to him. I'm just saying.
No. Everybody has their game, though. That's what I'm saying.
Well, here's a topic with the Amico and like real retro, like Mario 3. Like, people kind of laugh at, like, oh, you're going for the Wii audience? What the hell are you doing, Tommy? But I think about growing up when I used to play games with my grandma bought us a Nintendo, and she used to play Mario and Tetris. And that's all she played. That's the only gaming she played.
My mom, same thing. Like, she beat Super Mario World before me. I was like, what?
The last time I played the Wii with family, with my parents was like the Wii bowling and stuff, and they had a blast. I mean, why do we mock that so much? Or not us, but in the community. Why is that mocked so much? Like, yes, there is a big market for people to play with family together.
Right. The family friendly, to get bringing people together kind of games.
They don't have families. They don't have families.
Well, for me, it was the Connect bowling with my family. That was like so much fun.
I still love motion gaming. I have my Connect.
We get it. You're young. We get it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the thing. I didn't have a Nintendo until I got the Switch. Like, that's how young I am. I didn't even have a Wii back then. I was all Xbox and PlayStation. I think I had a GameCube back then, but
that's to answer the question. That's where the hate comes from, because it's people who don't. It's about me. I don't care about my family. It's about what I like and what I want. To hell with mom. She's supposed to be.
You're saying the haters are selfish.
To hell with my mom. She doesn't need to play.
Apparently hateful towards their mothers.
Yeah.
like mom, I just want you to bring me pizza rolls while I play this retro game. I don't want you to play it with me. So it's like,
the Call of Duty kids.
Can't we have both? I like pizza rolls and family.
Dude, my mom played Link to the Past. Like,
Right.
Dude, your mom is cool, dude. Like she's playing Link to the Past. She beat Super Mario World. What we gotta make that.
I mean, but
my mom used to love to play Pac-Man. That used to be her game on the Atari 2600.
Well, I mean, haven't we
Tetris
missed?
Was the only reason I got games.
So, Cyrus, this is an interesting topic. I mean, video games. The start of it started for everyone, and we lost that.
True.
Yeah.
So it's not something new. It's something.
No, that's a good point, dude.
No, that we have lost that because they started at the beginning. Everyone enjoyed video games,
right? But that's because video games became more complex as far as the controls and the gaming stuff. So it's like,
all right. Thanks, Dick and Lex.
Well, yeah, thanks guys for at least hopefully you guys stay safe out there. But yeah, the games got more complex. Like, for instance, like you guys are talking about your parents. So my mom played, Nintendo with me. She, we played the Mario Brother games and Tetris and things like that. Those were games my mom could easily play. Now, I got more into games while my mom lost interest because she couldn't play certain games on PlayStation 1 and things like that. It was, she liked Jak and Daxter when that came out. She loved that game when it came out for PS2. So those were games she could do. Now, Call of Duty and stuff, she's tried to start getting into that later on in life. But I can guarantee if my mom was alive today and I told her about the Amico, she would be like, yeah, that sounds like something I would love to play because it's going back to being easy for her. Something that she doesn't have to, the controls seem easy. The graphics, the gameplay is something that she's used to because she loved the Nintendo. My mom used to literally, certain games, like with the Nintendo, my mom used to sneak in my room when I was sleeping, take my system and go into it. Yeah, she would take the system and she'd go into her bedroom or the living room and she'd have a few drinks, probably smoke a joint and play some video games all night. That's what she did. I'd wake up and I'd be like, where the hell's my game system? It's in my mother's room. So
yeah, I think it was the analog sticks that really changed things, right?
Yeah, because my mom never played PlayStation. Like it was
Nope. That was a little too much for that generation. They were like, no, I can't. I don't understand this.
Well, and it's crazy because they actually like that generation, let's say part of the boomer generation, got into the games in the 70s. Like they were playing.
Well, yeah, I think about my mother and I think about the game that the system they used to love to play. I mean, the Atari was just like a joystick with one button on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we had that Commodore 64. Like
the Commodore 64 was the first computer I ever had. Yeah,
keyboard and everything. Like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. That the systems like the Amico and the Switch specifically, like Nintendo and the Amico and games like systems like that, they're for families because they also want to bring back that nostalgia people felt when they played those old school games, because like all of our parents used to play these games when they came out because that was a new thing. It was a new technology. It was fun when they grew up with the Atari. Now they got the Nintendo. Oh, this is awesome. It's amazing. But as games developed and grew and the technology evolved, they got more complicated, and a lot of older people were like, I got arthritis. I can't do this. So an analog stick with somebody with arthritis, no, they're not going to do it. But bringing back those retro games, that nostalgia, I understand why the retro community is still active. Because when I first heard that there was a retro community, I'm like, who the hell wants to keep playing these old ass games, right?
It's bigger now than ever too, because that's where I sold part of my collection. I got good money for it, and I have the games other ways too. Not that I.
What I love is that there is 10 million other ways to play all those games, Max. That's the beauty of it.
I do try to find the legal way if possible, but I'm not against completely doing like I have a modded Xbox. I have the Genesis collection so much that I was like, I'm just going to sell my Genesis collection. Because I have it for every system.
You know what I would love? And I it's really sad because I don't think it'll ever happen. I would love for Sega to try to come out with a new console in this day and age.
There's been so many rumors about that.
I don't even think it's worth it.
That's the dream, right?
Unless they partner with Tommy, no.
Wasn't there a rumor that Microsoft wanted to buy Sega a couple years ago?
That's been a rumor since the Dreamcast went out. Yeah.
Didn't went to Nintendo, didn't they?
Well, they kind of just went to making software, right? Like
Right, they just
cover
make
everybody.
games. They kind of cater to everybody.
They
But
had
the rumor about Sega being bought by Microsoft was pretty persistent right before the PlayStation 5 came out, because wasn't it what company was it that Microsoft acquired and then everybody started talking about? Wasn't it Bethesda?
Bethesda, yeah.
And then Microsoft started talking about Microsoft acquiring Sega. And we covered it on this show.
Sega absolutely should not come back into the console market unless they do something in the vein of Amico,
Massive.
or something scaling it back.
I don't think Sega has any interest in hardware. I don't think I think they're perfectly fine making money making software for everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, well, maybe one of these days we'll get a Sega Saturn Mini. I'd love to see it.
Dude,
Hey, I'd love that.
Yeah.
that would be nice. The problem with the CD consoles when you start doing stuff like that is it's so much more memory. Like a cartridge, like a Genesis Mini or Super Nintendo Mini.
ROMs are easy to put.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened with the TurboGrafx Mini. We were told, oh, it's going to be hacked. You're going to be able to run every PC Engine CD game and HuCard game from here to the moon, and it just never happened. People just
it was so disappointing. I was so hyped for that, man. I was like losing my crap because I was like, we're finally gonna get a TurboGrafx Mini.
Yeah, but you see, that's where I kind of lost interest too, because I'm like, well, gee, I got all these games on a Raspberry Pi 4. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like.
By the way, can I just say, excuse me. Sega
melons. There you go.
There you go. That could be the game we're gonna make with Tommy.
Oh my god,
Sega melons.
Oh my god, are we
gonna? It has to be Amico melons. It can't.
No, it's okay. Sega could come in. Could you imagine how big Tommy could get if he could get Sega on board with the Amico?
Sonic the Hedgehog on the Amico.
So update on that. I do have confirmed date when I am going to California. So I'm going to go to California July 1st until the 8th.
Ooh, nice. Wow, that's amazing.
Cool.
Yes. So I will be out there before the launch of the Amico, because that was the goal. It was like I have to get that out there to test it beforehand, because that's a confirmed date. We're going to be going out there, and I'll be making a video. So, because I need the clout. My clout crusade is still ongoing, and it begins with going to California and seeing the Amico up close and personal, and touching it and caressing it and making sure that it is everything that Tommy Tallarico says it is. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make a video, and then I'm still going to get hate for it, because no matter what I say or do, the Amico is the devil.
Oh wow!
I felt like we should be like screaming "Amen" while you were doing that. I was like,
exactly. I was
about to start going
agreement there.
Well, I don't want to crap on next gen either. It's just like Resident Justice. I would play every game that you've played, and I'm looking forward to. I think the real game changer, if they keep it exclusive, would be the next Ratchet and Clank.
Like the way they're using the solid state drive to load different worlds and the dimensional hopping looks insane. Like I've never seen a game do what that game's attempting to do. So
I don't know why when you said that, I just pictured a friggin' every time you say going to different scenes, I'm picturing it like a Star Wars swipe to the next scene. Every time instead of loading screens.
Well, that would be amazing though if you get like a PlayStation 5 exclusive where you go into hyperspace and like you jump immediately to like another battle or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, this generation literally just started. Like what we see in the next few years is going to be like that kind of stuff, requiring SSDs, it really does change things quite a bit.
Yes.
Even if I had a new game that I could buy from my Series X right now, I don't have room. I have external drives from my it looks like an experiment, because I have 2 external drives, wires everywhere on my Series X for all my last gen Xbox games digitally. And then
you better hope
the next gen only have so much room, and then I don't want to buy the $250 card.
You better hope you never get swatted because they're gonna come in there and see you wearing a mask with this giant contraption with the wires and things like. What's
Oh my god!
What is this guy doing?
Thanks a lot.
Terrorist.
Thanks a lot, Cyrus, for putting that out there.
You're a terrorist.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I do hope that never happens. Thank you very much, Cyrus.
Well, so here's my thing about the whole retro versus new generation gaming and console stuff. It's like you have to understand, like the new gen, like we just said, retro games are for people who kind of, for the most part, either grew up with them for the most part, and some people are just remember like seeing the retro and they're getting back into it. But the new gen, it's more catered to the younger generation. You know, it's for the people to you know what I mean. Like for instance, our friend here, who's the youngest person here, his youngest console he remembers is like what, the Sony, the Xbox. You know, that's what he's gonna go up. That's gonna be retro when he gets older. You know.
I never had a Sony Xbox. That must have been cool.
Yeah, we're crossovering everything. DC, Marvel, Sony, Xbox. Let's do it. I'm down.
Saggy lives in her own version of things. We're all
yeah. This is my universe.
Yeah, that's the Melons verse.
Yeah, it's the Melons verse.
Yeah.
The Melons
verse.
Yeah, restore the Melonverse, y'all. Hashtag restore the Melonverse. Please make that trending on Twitter. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's just the new gen consoles are for the new gen people, and the retro is for the retro. How can you compare?
It's like that version of the Super Nintendo back when Sony and Nintendo were partnered up, and it was supposed to be and it was like a Super Nintendo with a CD drive. And there was actually some prototypes and some game designs for that. Could you have imagined? That would have been pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah,
we were promised. I remember.
Well, just imagine the powerhouse that Nintendo would be right now if that went through.
Well, you know what I love?
I'm a little disappointed with Nintendo, honestly, because they just keep releasing stuff I already have. I did buy the
and making you pay through the nose for it.
I haven't had a Nintendo since the GameCube. So.
I mean, I love all the games there, but they're not really doing anything new. It's just they've been doing the Wii U games. I mean, if you haven't.
Yeah, EA was my issue. Like when they
here's the thing about the Nintendo stuff. You have to realize that like a lot of people like me who have not owned a Nintendo system since the GameCube, we want these games so badly. Like if you look at Skyward Sword, even though they're charging $60, it's like the #1 seller on Amazon. People will pay for whatever Nintendo wants because like basically a lot of us haven't played those games before, so to us they're new games for the most part.
But they're not. I agree. That's great for you. But for the ones that have been there the whole time,
well, it sucks for you guys. But they're trying to appeal to a different audience.
I've bought every Nintendo console since 64, and then I went back and got the Super Nintendo.
If you think about it, though, Nintendo's always done that. You know, like
not to this extent, though.
I mean, everything evolves, but you know, like they put. You know, Super Mario's not even an original game. Mario was there was Mario Brothers, and he was in Donkey Kong, and then they finally Super Mario. You know, and then on Super Nintendo they re-released a whole bunch of NES.
That's
games.
true. Remember they did that. Remember on Super Nintendo they did the Super Mario All Stars collection, which was essentially would be what we would consider a remaster nowadays because it's the same game, but it's just got like 16-bit graphics instead of 8-bit graphics, but it was just a remake. Yeah, so they've really been doing that this whole time.
They really have. Like, if you really think about it, like that's why Nintendo is so different about the way they protect their IPs because they know they're going to go back to that well over and over and over and over.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's what got boring with Nintendo because the only reason why I even got a GameCube, to be 100% honest, was because the Resident Evil remake, because those were exclusive to GameCube and it looked amazing and it was fun. So I got the GameCube mainly for that. Did I get a few other games that was offered on Nintendo? Sure. But how many times can I play Mario Party or Mario Kart? Like all the new ones, they're not that different for me. That's not
Mario Kart Mobile.
Right. It's like you're not doing anything crazily different than what I've been playing for the last
I don't even think they're going to do a new Mario Kart until the next one.
They're going to keep doing it, Max.
No, they're not.
There's going to always be a Mario Kart. Yes, there will.
Well, no, but they
want to put money on it?
They reissued the last Mario Kart from Wii U, and I want a new Mario Kart. I want Smash Kart. because
You-
they
you
were
want-
bringing in Zelda, Link and Zelda characters and stuff.
The Nintendo is
like
not
like Smash Brothers, how they just keep
Yeah.
like they
piling
did a
on
couple.
with
They did a couple new things, like with the Mario franchise, right? So they went from Mario being
No, I love
side-scroller-
Nintendo higher for the rest. I'm
Mario-
frustrated.
What was it? Mario on N64 was good because it was a 3D version of Mario, which was cool. And Mario Galaxy came along, so those were different games that were like, okay, cool, that's an interesting game I want to play because they're doing something different with Mario. They're not doing anything different with Smash Brothers or freaking Mario Kart. Except Smash Brothers, they're adding new characters that they're okay. Solid Snake is now in the game. Why is Solid Snake in the game? He's not Nintendo. Like it's just
Well, that's the magic of Smash, though. Anyone can be in that game. That's what makes it special.
Then bring Mortal Kombat and Miss Smash Brothers. Bring
Yeah,
Scorpio.
I wanna see
Yeah,
Cloud
not
Stripe.
anyone.
Sub-Zero.
I think she just
Yeah, right.
RJ. She just killed your argument. I agree with you. I was
No,
agreeing with you.
because I
that-
could see
Mortal
Scorpion
Kombat?
and I could see Scorpion in Smash.
really?
Like
I
the
wanna
rules
see-
for who goes into Smash are like out the window at this point.
I
Really?
want to see Scorpion rip Mario's skull out of
Whoa.
his body.
Well, you're not gonna
Yeah.
get that, but
Well, then that's, you know what? Then it's not legitimate, and I'm very upset. Okay.
Well, that'll come out on the Amico. That'll be on the Amico.
yes,
Make it
yes.
happen, Tommy. Let's go.
Tommy, big man.
Honestly, I like Mortal Kombat.
Smash Brothers Amico.
What the hell is wrong with you, Saggy? I don't want to see Mario's skull get ripped out of his body.
I'm
Ew.
just saying, you can't have Mortal Kombat characters in the freaking Smash Bros. Game if they're not having fatalities. Like, I'm sorry.
to be fair to Saggy though, in a lot of the reveal trailers, they've done a lot of messed up things to Mario. Ridley killed Mario.
when you think
Seth
about it,
Ross stabbed with a sword.
we did have that Mortal Kombat versus DC game for PlayStation 3, I believe.
But they
and
neutered
they
it.
watered down all the fatalities, so that wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time Mortal Kombat got watered down.
They didn't water it down as much. The superheroes' fatalities weren't bloody and gory, but the actual Mortal Kombat characters' fatalities were still bloody and gory.
No, it'd just be
Yeah.
like the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat, or it'd just be like blue
Oh.
or
Listen,
green
God,
sweat.
I want to hear the guy in Super Smash Bros. Go finish him, and then that's it. And then Mario's gone.
There'll be a blood code just like back in the day.
Right? Like you should just do that.
Was it BAABB for the Sega Genesis? Yeah,
Yep.
Mega Drive.
No, we
Star Fox
can't
is
have
building.
we can't have Earthworm Jim in Smash because he's got to be exclusive to Miko.
Oh yeah.
Although I do want I do want to see that. Sorry.
I don't
Tommy.
think they're gonna have that kind of. Probably not. Probably not.
Not that-
on
not
Amico.
not that
That-
exclusive.
Tommy has talked about maybe having a kart racer, but not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
but-
that'd be cool. Like
Or
a
like the 2D one, though?
reskinned Mario Kart with a bunch of Amico characters.
yeah, kind of like something.
Or like a
that.
reskin Crash Team Racing, where it's a
Like
little
like
bit
rare
different
card or
gameplay
something.
wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what was that one for the Atari Jaguar? Like something. Yeah, one of those off-brand
Atari
racing.
Jaguar. Yeah.
I hope he has like a game like Spy Hunter.
3DO.
You guys remember Spy Hunter?
Spy Hunter. Oh yeah, the original Spy Hunter. That was
Yeah.
cool. That was
Yes,
cool.
we need a game like that on the Amico. I feel like I see some of the games, a lot of the games I can see why the retro community is definitely gravitated towards the Amico because it does have that feel of nostalgia for a lot of old school style games, which I think is really cool. But I would also like to see like kind of like maybe newer style games on the Amico as well, not just like retro kind of
Yeah.
style reimagination of old school games. But I'd like to see him do some new ones too to kind of cater to like new gen players because that would be something that probably would sell.
Mortal Kombat 11 on the Amico. That's what would happen.
F-Zero.
Higher, Further, Faster brought up that's the one they should port from the Wii U because people
Uh-huh.
don't like the controllers and they don't bring Star
I
Fox.
actually still really like Star Fox 64.
Yeah, Star.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an.
Wasn't Star Fox Zero like a big flop for them though? Like a lot of people didn't
Look,
just
like that
because
game.
hey,
the controls.
Now, first of all, Star Fox Zero looks beautiful.
It
is
does.
a beautiful
It does.
looking game. The problem is like what you just said. It's the controls. You have to really focus to play that game. Like you can't casually play Star Fox Zero
Mhm.
because you're using this and and the TV, and you can do it and have a great time. But you can't casually like normally Star Fox games. You just kind of okay, whatever, and you don't have to like pay
Revisit it.
super.
Yeah.
But with that one, that's the only problem. So I would love to see that game, Star Fox Zero, where they just ditch that whole mechanic and just make it like regular Star Fox controls and put it out again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing that
That's
with
what-
Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword,
Yeah.
instead of using the motion, you can use the stick to swing the sword.
See, that sounds interesting to me. And
Well, they're
that
coming out with one.
yeah. So that's
They
what
ha-
they need to do. Absolutely, to fix that. And I think it's like one of the last Wii U games that hasn't been
It's
Like-
just Star Fox Zero and Xenoblade something. The
Well,
one-
Xenoblade
yeah.
Chronicles X. I have that game.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
have
did-
a Wii U.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh
I did
yeah,
hear.
track down a Wii U. That's a
Well,
good one to have.
I did hear that they are coming out with like a Zelda, a Link sword that that will somehow like be linked to your Switch controller, and you can actually use it like an actual sword, and it comes with a shield too. So I mean, that's going to be something that would be pretty interesting and a game changer.
Is that
Oh.
real?
Oh, you mean
'Cause,
like a sword controller or something?
Yeah, like the sword is the controller, and the shield is also. My nephew was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, they're coming out with a actual sword,
I
and you
don't
can
know
use
about
it.
that.
in the
That's
game.
gonna be
No,
gonna be-
no,
up.
no.
that's
I
gonna
think-
be
I think
gimmicky,
it's
gimmicky as
I-
hell.
No, I think it's a Joy-Con that has.
Yeah, it's a
special-
themed Joy-Con. One
themed Joy-Con.
Joy-Con is themed like the sword, the other one's themed like
Yeah.
the shield. I don't
Oh,
think like it's an
okay.
actual sword and shield.
But I
Okay.
would be on board with what Saggy was saying. I think that'd be fun. And if
Man, that would be
collectors-
real. You would get tired though. Can you imagine? Like, oh,
Well, until you play the Avengers and
Cross your
shield-
sword.
throw your shield through your TV, and you're playing the
Yeah.
Avengers. Captain
Oh,
America.
yeah.
Oh. OG founders
Like
of
VR.
Activision have formed a studio for making Atari 2600 games. I heard some about that.
You know what? The Miko could use though.
Hmm.
That I would really think would be a really big seller. An RPG game, like kind of like Final Fantasy, but on the Miko. That'd be kind of cool.
Wouldn't that be something?
That
Oh
would
my
be-
god, wouldn't that be something?
I messed up his saying on the last
He-
episode.
He said that. He said that on my stream, and I literally almost had a fangirl moment. Field. I was like, I know what that's like.
He said it.
The thing. He said the thing. He said the secret word. Yay!
Hey, I
The
forgot to put
Peter
the
Griffin.
B. I put wouldn't that something.
Wouldn't that
Wouldn't that-
something? What are you?
What the-
Are you all right, Max?
Talking
You all
about like
right?
racing games.
No,
what about
no,
like a,
You've been hitting the head a few extra times, huh, Max?
Thank you, thank you.
I just
What
want
about
to
like
say
I,
this.
Zero
I
type
was
game?
making images quick. I was running a seat in my pants like I usually do, getting my podcast ready, and I left off the B. And then I got a DM from Tommy, and he specifically said, "Wouldn't that be something?" And I'm like, "Okay." I screwed up. I'm like, "Yeah,
Listen,
wouldn't that something?"
at least you didn't call him Tommy Telleriso. At least you didn't call him Tommy Telleriso when you first started the
Telleriso.
stream.
I'm gonna start we're gonna change it to the segment.
Hey, Tommy Telleriso, wouldn't that something?
Tommy Telleriso presents "Wouldn't that something?"
Wasn't that something? Yes. You know what I said? I said to
That's
him
the
on Twitter,
Taiwanese knockoff.
I noticed something, and I pointed this out to Tommy. I was like, Tommy, you got to get some new pictures out there of you because everyone's using like the old,
Oh,
like
Tony's here. Hi, Tony. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Tony.
Okay.
Look at everyone's face.
We're all happy to see you, Tony.
So I love
Except
how
me.
everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
No,
God.
do the face. Do the face, Zod. Do the face.
yes.
okay.
That's a show face.
Yeah.
That's a Zod
That's a-
seal of approval.
That's his show
That's
face.
the Tommy
That's right.
sending everyone the PlayStation Plus podcast and Amico for us to review early. There you go.
You crazy, Zod. You crazy.
It's
That
all,
used to be it.
it's all about the Amico, baby.
I was
Woo!
gonna say,
Yeah,
Max,
so
you gotta
since
get,
Tony's here, everyone that's in the chat, remember, even Tony, subscribe, like, and comment. I got to catch up to the Geek Getaways YouTube channel.
you got to get your
out-
shield game tight, Max. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
Well,
you-
we're
What do you
set.
mean?
People are counting on you.
What do you
We're-
mean? He scored the highest out of everyone.
I'm trying harder.
He would have
Um,
got more if he'd have got a Tommy's.
We had
sniper
kids. We had kids on. Where's your nephews? That's what we got. We got your nephews.
sight. Yeah, they're not here.
And then
But,
forcing people to buy the Amico.
No,
that should
but-
come
Dude,
as
you
a-
gotta be. You
It's like,
gotta
no,
be.
no, they're not available of this particular show.
You better be careful about putting people.
Oh, he
on.
says he helped you out, Zod. He says he helped you out with the review code stores.
Oh, he's talking about that. What do you call that thing that we were using for a while? The thing for media where you can go in and you get all the access to.
Yeah, he's saying he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Well, hold on. I just want to make a point real quick before I forget. So I just want to say Brian had points added to his show score after the fact, and Max still has the highest score.
This is true.
Well, no, I get bonus points for having his nephews on the podcast, right?
I think
they don't have to be my nephews.
We all got points for
right.
that.
Well,
yeah, and
using kids as a prop, it doesn't say it has to be your kids.
I was gonna say you probably want to not have too many kids on because there's a group of people that will they're trying to. I try not to talk about personal stuff anymore because there's some real problems. There's some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the warning. Okay.
No, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't like it when they come on because it's I know sometimes we deal in adult topics, so it's come on, guys, just.
But that was funny as hell. So that was.
Oh no, it worked out perfect.
It was
that
worth
time,
it.
but
Yes.
I'm gonna terminate my dog. What do you mean? Call Sky. No, I'm not. Cal, you're okay.
So, Cyrus, how did you score on that shield test? Did you take it?
I didn't take it. No.
Oh, why didn't you take it? We all took it.
I forgot about it.
You should have took it. See where you scored. I got a 5. Me and Brian got a 5, and then Brian got
a
an extra
13.
point.
But I think I'm up to 14 because I know that last week's episode. And then I think I forced people to buy the Amico. So I that should be
you're not forcing anybody to buy anything.
Peer pressure. I'm
got my arm behind my back.
I can't keep saying, "Are you buying an Amico yet, bro?"
You want to be on? You want to be on the show or what? You want to be on the show?
Buy an Amico?
No, I do peer pressure. I say, "Are you getting an Amico?"
Yes.
And then Nick was like, "I'm not sure." And then I was like, "Well, I'm going to get you a gift card if you do." He's like, "All right."
If somebody who looked like what Max looks like right now came up to you and was like, "Get the Amico," I think you'd get the Amico.
But he talks like Max.
Are you even Amico, bro? Are you getting an Amico?
He's like, oh,
Amico.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that something?
the Taiwanese Tommy Telleriso.
Tommy Telleriso and the Amigo.
Wouldn't that something?
Wouldn't that something?
I'm gonna buy the Amigo.
The Amico, that's your friend. Yes, it truly is your friend. The Amigo. That's gonna be the second console. After the Amico comes out, he's gonna come out with the Amigo, and that's gonna be the buddy for the Amico.
The buddy system, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this stream is getting wild.
Oh,
now.
I know what kind of videos you're gonna make. Thanks, Tony. Listen, you were welcome on the podcast when you fulfilled your part of the bet, but then when you went back on your word, that's why. So maybe you could ask Saggy if he could come on another stream. I don't know. We have a vote. We're like Survivor. What do they vote off the island? There's not enough votes for you here, Tony. There's not enough votes for you. Maybe Saggy.
Maybe.
Well, Tony, you see the L, don't you? You see the little L.
The tribe has spoken.
Saggy.
Isn't that what they always say?
The tribe has spoken.
Well, hold on.
The tribe has spoken. Okay.
Listen. I have to continue my clout crusade, and if nobody remembers my interview, or I wouldn't say interview, but my quote debate with Tony has a lot of views on it. So if I want to continue my succession with my clout crusade with Miko and Tommy Tellerico, I need Tony to fulfill the destiny of the clout. Okay. Yes.
All right. Well, he's listening. Yeah. So what does the rest of the tribal council say about Tony?
Tony's been good. Tony's been cool
you're
with me,
first.
so I don't got
God, you're first.
No.
Oh.
No.
Brian.
I have no hot dog in this fight, so
okay.
Did you say you have no hot dog in this fight?
Yeah, pretty much. I have no hot dog in this fight.
I mean, Tony's not wrong.
No ballparks.
Saggy. What about on this PlayStation Plus podcast? I don't know.
I mean, I don't mind. He was on my stream, so I
Okay.
can't really say. I mean, it's just another stream. He was on my stream, and it was fine.
No.
Damn, Zod, Jesus.
I don't know. I'll get back to you, Tony. I don't know.
Oh wait,
All
I'm
right,
on the
all right.
wrong
Let's
channel.
move
Hold
on to something more important than Tony. No, there is actually
Damn.
Perfect.
Why are shots are being fired right
I'm just
now?
having fun with.
Jeez.
I'm just having fun with him. He has fun with me.
Don't you pick on him.
He
You scored higher than he did on the shield
can
test.
give it but can't take it. Okay.
No, you scored higher
All
on the shield test.
Well,
You're more of a show.
here's something to look forward to for next gen, and I'm really excited. And it's in the spring, so hopefully they're gonna make another announcement too. Is the second extinction game coming to Xbox Game Preview? So look at this game. It's look. I love Turok back in the day. It's like a team-based shooter where it's all dinosaurs and you're facing extinction.
Oh yes, Turok was so much fun, man.
Is this-
this is next level?
Is this like that one game that the guys from Left 4 Dead made?
I haven't played Turok, so I don't.
That Ark Survival or whatever.
No.
This is more action team than
I
more
can't remember the
action
name of
first
that
person.
game. It looks cool though. Graphics are very, very pretty.
Yeah, you can already get it on the PC, but I'm excited. I will be covering that once it comes to my Series X, and hopefully it's game preview to everyone. I don't know how. I have to research how it's going to work. They said spring, so
What does that mean? Spring.
I don't know. Nothing more important than Tony. There's lots of things.
Come on.
More
Let's,
important. All right. One more topic I had here is this is also next gen. I already have a copy, but hopefully, and I will do a video on the updates to see if it's legit update for Samurai Showdown. The fight it's already available, but they're getting a next gen upgrade on March 16th. That's in 2 days. It enhances the game's flashy belts. What was that?
Somebody farted. What the hell was that?
On a live stream.
Are you up? You're
All right. Whoa.
Damn.
Zach,
Wow.
I see you're
Whoa.
you're not on camera, but I see you doing it. Okay,
Pulling an Enoch.
so you're not impressed, Saggy, by
Oh, that
All
microphone is going to stink.
do you need a break, Saggy? Do you need a rest? You need to go.
It's these soggy melons right now.
Oh.
I love how I can do that sound perfectly, and it actually sounds like legit fart. That's my mouth, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we believe you. All right. So.
Wouldn't that something?
Wasn't that something?
No, wasn't that something?
Okay. So I'm excited for that next gen upgrade. Anything else we want to talk about? Anything like movie related that's not Snyder Cut or game?
I have a game topic.
Okay.
Whoa.
Resident Justice. Did I make you a mod here? Hold on. Let me make you a mod.
Yeah. I was gonna say real quick. Tomorrow I'm launching my channel for the first day ever, so that'll be fun.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm just playing. Yeah, so congratulations. I did a little fart thing and nobody caught it. Nobody caught it.
No, we caught it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like we caught it right in the face.
I thought it was natural. I thought someone was just really relaxed.
I'm not that gassy. Jesus.
Okay. Oh,
I promise.
You already found his channel there. Okay.
So you're starting a new channel? Or-
No, it's just launching the channel for the first time. Like actually doing something with it outside, just hanging around on YouTube, like actually doing a live stream. So it'll be fun.
Great.
Cool.
Nice.
Resonant Justice.
Consider me subscribed.
Thank you.
Consider me unsubscribed.
You never subscribed in the first place, Aggie.
Ooh.
I just wanted to be different. Okay.
There you go.
I know, just messing.
Avatar
I wanna
took
be different. Okay.
the title as the highest grossing movie. Now that would be a good VR game. Avatar coming back.
Max,
Ubisoft is making an open world game for Avatar right now.
share my screen.
All right.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't. So
I love this.
so right now, if you guys have PlayStation, the first part of Final Fantasy VII Remake is free. I have been playing the crap out of it. I love it, and actually, I'm super excited for the part 2. I am stuck, but it's okay because it's giving me something to do so I can prepare for this. The only downside of what I've heard about this part 2 is they just released a trailer. For those of you who like Final Fantasy, they're introducing Yuffie, because if you guys don't know how you get the characters, you first get Aerith. You start with Cloud, Tifa, Barret, then you find Aerith, then you get Red 13, then you get Yuffie because you end up going to Wutai, which is where Yuffie's from. The only differences in this game is that Yuffie isn't going to be obtained the same way you get in the original. It's not like you have to do certain things in the game and have certain conversations with her for her to join your team. She's part of a DLC, which I'm kind of pissed off about a little bit, but the DLC is apparently going to give her more of a story for her, which is something exciting because I feel like a lot of the characters, well, I would say some of the characters like Yuffie and Cid, and even Kate Sif didn't get too much of a backstory. So I'm actually excited to see that Yuffie's getting more of an outlined story in her own DLC for the game. So that's going to be interesting. But part 2 is coming. So if you guys haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's free right now for PlayStation 4 Plus users. So definitely go download that because it's such a fun game. I love the game.
Cool.
Yeah,
and I cried.
Just to speak on this too, just so everyone knows, the Yuffie DLC takes place during the main game. It's going to be PS5 exclusive, so you need to get the PS5 version in order to play the Yuffie DLC. It will not be available on PS4.
Excuse me.
They announced that it'll be a free upgrade, but you have to get the PS5 version to play Yuffie because
that
apparently it's gonna.
Well, this next thing is for Saggy because thanks Retro Advisory. You need to go here and register your PSVR serial code, and you'll get a free adapter. I already have an adapter for my PS5, and I don't have a PS5. They sent it to me free, so that way when I get my PS5, I can connect my PSVR.
That's cool.
So go do that, Saggy.
One of these days, those will be worth a lot of money. You should get one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one, but I just want to say I don't cry more than Kevin Smith. Okay, I don't. I don't cry more than him. It's just when you play Final Fantasy VII Remake and that music starts hitting you, and then you see Aerith in the alleyway, and it's a beautiful moment. It's like watching The Lion King for the first time when Mufasa dies, and then you hear
Are you all right? Are you all right, Brian?
Okay. Don't tell me I could.
Wait! Mufasa dies? What? No.
Spoilers!
I actually thought you were having a problem.
I thought Brian was having memories because
I was trying to work up the tears there, but it just wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. I played it yesterday.
I thought you had a really big sneeze coming.
But they're not. But here's the thing: he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I have literally cried on my Twitch stream like 3 times playing certain games. The first time I think I cried was playing Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I cried a couple cutscenes. I cried there, and then I cried in the beginning of Final Fantasy.
You want to watch Saggy cry? Go to her Twitch channel. Hey, Ruby, link that Twitch channel.
Dude, okay. The other day I got goosebumps watching Rocky. Like, gonna fly now. I'm like, it's so strong, like Rocky, man. He's gonna go fight Apollo and go the distance.
If eyes can change.
Yeah, I might cry.
Change.
I might cry at the end. I might cry at the end of the Snyder Cut when the credits come up.
Yep.
Not the spoilers, but just this hear the credits and the music. And
I gotta agree with you. I mean, it's gonna be a real emotional film.
Listen, if you guys play Final Fantasy VII and you're not shedding a tear when Sephiroth kills Aerith, you are not a human being, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Spoiler alert.
Here's what you can do if you start to get a little teary thinking about it, and you think about, just imagine every time you hear Aerith, imagine Mike Tyson saying Aerith. Aerith.
No, you know what? They did her dirty. I spent so much work in the original game making her the strongest magic user on my team, and that mother effer just killed her, and I never got to use her again. And
That's why this run I'm not even using her.
I was so pissed. I put stuff in her inventory right before she died. I was so mad.
There's like a special ability you get for her. That's like the most overpowered ability in the whole game. If you like spend the time to get it, and then once you get it, you only get to play with her for like maybe another hour, and then it happens. Yeah. It sucks. But that's the funny thing about that game, though. Like I recently played it before the remake came out, and I was just blown away at how much emotion those little tiny polygons can really like make you feel.
Okay, like, we get it. You're young. We get it.
Listen,
I'm just saying, it's like
those goofy old retro polygons. It's amazing how they can make you feel. They're just the graphics are so crappy and simple, but you know.
but the story is probably better than 90% of the games that come out these days.
It is. That's the amazing thing.
Well, here's the thing. He's not wrong, because when we all played Final Fantasy VII when it was new, the feels were there. But when you play the remake, it just not only like now you can actually see facial expressions, you can actually like see tears coming down their face, and you're just sitting there like, this is like reliving trauma all over again. And you guys just made it so much worse, because now I can actually see the tears dropping down Cloud's face, and it's like, what is going on? And then let's talk about how beautiful Cloud is, bro.
Is somebody eating chips? Is somebody eating chips?
Probably.
That's what it sounds like.
So I kid you not, and this is a moment where
Mladen's in the movie Madness. Mladen, you're going crazy with the movie topics. That's a lot of.
I can tell you, I officially, if you want to know at what point I cried after the opening of Final Fantasy VII Remake, I cried when I saw Marlene, Barrett's daughter, because she was the cutest freaking thing I had ever seen in a game, and she was so adorable. I cried. I was like, I can't. I want a child right now. I'm gonna go out and take someone's baby. She's so cute.
Doesn't she die in the next one? No.
Hey, you can't call me a liar now.
Oh yeah, I guess I came at the end of your show. So
what is this guy doing here? Like
karma, right?
An hour and 26 minutes in.
I felt so bad, man, because typically we don't make dinner until like 5:30, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, we had an early dinner, so I figured I'd jump in just at the end, so at least you can't say I didn't show up.
Yeah,
we're still gonna say you didn't.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, well, no, that's fake news. Everyone agrees. Okay.
Were you able to get a PlayStation 5 or Series X?
Hey, I have a PS5, man.
Okay.
John has a great story about this.
I have friends. Hey, friends. So I actually, I do have a funny story about the PS5. I had one on pre-order, right? Mm-hmm. So I pre-ordered. I managed to get one on pre-order. I didn't know. I apparently pulled off some sort of a miracle to do that, right, at the time, because it was literally right when they released it. I got one on Walmart.com, and I was like, it was like 2 weeks before the launch, like before it was ready to ship. I'm like, oh man, like, you know, it's Christmas time. That's a lot of money. So I just canceled it. I was like, I'll get one like in January, right? Because they'll be on the shelves. It won't be a problem. It won't be hard to get one. So then I can't.
Gamer? What the hell?
Yeah.
Why did you think that?
Dude, when is that? This has never happened before. I mean, the console's been out for how many months now? You can't get it in stores. So, so I had it, right? And then I canceled it. And then thankfully, like probably mid-January, actually it was New Year's Eve, actually. My buddy messaged me. He's like, hey, if you're still looking for one, I got one. And I didn't pay scalper price or anything for it. So.
Oh, can you get that buddy to help me out?
I can ask him. Okay. But he kind of went out of his way for me. So and then I felt bad, and I was like, I had to take it. But I think I've played Call of Duty and the old Call of Duty and Dark Souls 3 more than any other thing. I don't play it that much. You're not missing much, Max, man. You're really not missing much. Don't get so upset.
No, I'm not. I'm not real upset by it. I just wasted a lot of time.
Shout out to the chat who's saying Marlene is the most sweetest thing ever. She really freaking is, and I absolutely, dude, when I first saw her, I was in love. I was like, I want this baby. Why can I have a child that beautiful? I don't even care if she's real. I'm just gonna create a virtual android child and love it forever and make it look like Marlene because she's the cutest freaking thing in the world.
She's the cutest thing in the world, but she's all crappy and the low polygons and the old style graphics.
Hold on.
Listen, I can respect old graphics. I'm not a young hipster, okay? I'm not like that, I swear.
Your first console was the Xbox, you said? Did I hear that right?
It was the GameCube and the Xbox and PS2, I think. It was that generation was my first. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I was in the Navy around that time.
So you think games or your ally?
Okay, hold on, Max. We gotta appreciate this. I just can't. Look at her. Look at that freaking face. That is the cutest CGI thing I've ever seen. Look at how freaking adorable. Look at how adorable she is. How could you not cry when you see this beautiful, wide-eyed Disney princess? Look at.
I don't know, man. That's like a horror movie.
That's not good.
She's so. What do you mean?
She's gonna get you. She's gonna get you.
This is haunting my nightmares.
This is her in Advent Children, which she's a little older.
Yeah, she's like.
Don't say her name three times. Don't say her name.
7 days. 7 days.
I love her. I want her in plushie form. She's so cute. Okay, I'm done.
Speaking of plushies, though, they are selling a bunch of Final Fantasy VII Remake plushies on the Square Enix store. So
okay, good, because she's so cute. Is there Marlene one? She's so cute.
Nightmare.
All right.
Maggie might like that game more than me, and I'm the Final Fantasy chill. So
I know, I do.
Okay, since Retro came in, we need another topic. We saw the TMNT. What game do you want to see come back? Now again, like from Retro or arcade, what would you want to see? Like that was one that a lot of people wanted to see, is an homage to the TMNT beat 'em ups, right? People wanted this. What's something else that we're missing that you want to come back?
It's a ghost. It's the ghost of Marlene.
That's what it
Marlene?
It's not sound like Marlene.
Mommy, don't leave me in the game. I love you.
Max just tuck and rolled himself.
Yeah. Where's the mute option? Oh, there it is.
So is there a game that you want to see an homage to or come back just like TMNT?
That's a big question, man. I don't know. I have to think about that. I mean, because we kind of talked about it a little bit on the Amico Bros, right? So, I mean, I said pretty much anything from 5th gen because a lot of that stuff sucked.
What about My Little Pony? My Little Pony. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got an answer. I got an answer.
Yeah, that My Little Pony. Yeah.
They're so cute. They're so pretty. I can't believe how beautiful the My Little Ponies are.
We're all closet bronies here.
I would like to see. I mean, if we're talking about beat 'em ups, all right, bye, bro.
Is he gone? Is that it? That was it? That's all we got, huh? That's it.
The kids took over.
Oh,
that's all right.
I thought he's just done. I thought he's just like,
be right back. He said, be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was gonna say for me that what that trailer reminded me of was I really want the Simpsons arcade game and the X-Men arcade game to come back. Those two I want desperately.
What's happening with Simpsons and the X-Men arcade game is those are Simpsons is being negotiated to become an arcade one-up cabinet. So
that'd be amazing.
I think the reality is you'll probably get that before you get like a console release of the Simpsons arcade game.
Damn.
I want to see the X-Men, like you were saying, the X-Men arcade. I remember going to the amusement park, and I just played that all day.
That's coming.
I had that on my Xbox 360.
So did I.
Yeah, I thought I lost. You know how you buy a game and then they just decide you don't own it anymore? And
right, they just take it out of your library.
I thought they did that with that, but that one I still have.
They willy-nilly rob you. It's ridiculous. And then they don't give you any money back when they take your games away.
What? Yes. It's insane, but it I don't know if it happens so much anymore, but it definitely happened to me a couple times in that generation.
Yeah, it happened to me a couple times too.
Yeah. Double Dragon.
Pokemon.
That was a game they did that to me.
Oh, Double Dragon would be freaking.
They have
Could
Double
have a
Dragon Neon. That's but it's
Is that what we're doing?
it's a good game. It's by one of my favorite developers, Way Forward. But it has 3D graphics instead of sprite. That's my only.
I would like to see a beat 'em up. I'd like to see come back done in a traditional style. Would be Final Fight.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, you know what?
Double Dragon.
Yeah, you know what? We need a new addition. We need a new F-Zero.
Yes.
There was
I
there
loved
was
F-Zero. That
rumors
was
that
such a fun
Retro
game.
Studios was working on a Star Fox game that's gonna be like a racing game. That's gonna be like a cross between Star Fox and F-Zero, but it got canceled because Nintendo needed them to fix Metroid Prime 4. So they canceled that game. They're working on fixing that game up and like redeveloping the whole thing. So
Who was
I want a
originally
new
doing-
Wave Race? I want a new Wave Race.
Oh, a Wave Race would be cool.
Or like the old
So
Star Wars Pod Racer. That was.
So this is how it ends for Saggy, I guess.
Saggy's just lost her mind because of Final Fantasy.
Remember that time we were
Fantasy,
doing that
Marley?
podcast?
That time we were doing that
Don't do that
podcast,
voice.
and I saw. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, wasn't that something?
Wouldn't that
Wouldn't that something?
Maybe Saggy's been playing too much of Mario 3D World with the Cat C power up.
First of all, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII because I'm stuck at the end, okay, and I'm desperately trying to beat it, and it's kind of ticking off that I can't select my damn party because now I'm stuck with a weak ass Aerith and Tifa to fight a friggin' boss, and it's bullcrap right now. So like, get off my back. I'm under a lot of pressure and stress right now.
Under pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure when you have a weak ass healer who takes 2 hits and dies because I'm weak. I was captured by Shinra and I'm in a building and you couldn't level me up. So you finally found me and I'm only like 10 levels behind everybody. I'm very upset. I'm sorry. It's very triggering for me.
That's cool.
Well, we should end this soon because we can go for.
Later, guys.
No, I mean not because of stuff keep going off the rails, but because we're about an hour and a half. We try to keep this podcast a little bit like tighter, shorter. I appreciate everyone coming on. Cyrus, you're always welcome. I don't know about that retro bro though. I don't know about that retro
he's kind
bro.
of sketch. He's
a little sketchy. Yeah, a little sus. Resident Justice, you're a great addition. Brian,
thank you.
Always having you.
I guess we need somebody. It's a young person on here, I guess, to kind of even out.
We do have young people. They just haven't been here for a little bit.
No, he
right, exactly.
He gave you pushback right back. He's like, no, I've been enjoying my PlayStation 5. What's wrong with you? Get off my lawn. And then Cyrus is like, get off my lawn, you Miko bro. And
that's right.
No, yeah, when he's talking about all the new school. Okay. I appreciate everyone watching. Tune in next week if you haven't yet. Like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Aerith.